Hope Channel, changing lives.
Someone once said, depression is not a sign of weakness. It means that you have been strong for too long. Hi, once again, good afternoon and welcome to the show, Wounds of the Heart. We're going to help you heal that wound that has been caused by depression, emotional disorder, and all kind of in your heart. This afternoon, I'm grateful to God for having you once again to sit at where you are to watch me again. And today we will continue from where we stopped last week. Last week we started with depression. My guest is seated already. And I want to take this opportunity to tell you that if you want to join us on this show, our WhatsApp handle is 0559680066. 0559680066. And now you can even call with the number 0302 299065. 0302 2959065, and you can call in to ask us what you want to ask, or your suggestion will be welcome. And I also thank Slick Afrique for this fabric I'm wearing. Slick Afrique, it's always there for you to purchase your fabric from. If you need them, the number to call is 0557 355 852. They are on Facebook, Slick Afrique, Instagram, Slick Afrique. And Hope TVGH is also on Facebook and it's live on Facebook. And if you want to join us, YouTube, Hope TVGH, and you can get us there. My guest is ready, seated. And when we return from the break, we'll continue from where we stopped last week. And today we're going to look at, we are still on depression. We're going to look at the symptoms, signs and symptoms in children and the general effect of depression. Please don't go anywhere. Stay right there and we'll be right back.
The new coronavirus, or COVID-19, is an aggressive respiratory infection that's spreading around the world. What are the symptoms? Fever, cough, muscle pain, and shortness of breath, similar to a respiratory infection like the flu, which can lead to severe pneumonia. But there's hope. You can protect from coronavirus by washing hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, avoiding close contact with people who are sick, covering your cough, avoiding touching eyes, nose, or mouth, disinfecting touch surfaces and objects as often as possible, staying home if you're sick, and seeking medical care immediately. Remember, the Word of God says,
"So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand."
Mercy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You're looking good this afternoon.
Thank you.
How is it going?
By God's grace.
All right, I'm here with Mercy, Mrs. Mercy Afijelabi. Yes, last week we were here. We started with depression, what it is, the signs and symptoms, the causes and signs and symptoms in men and in women. And we promised our viewers that today we're going to begin from signs and symptoms in children. So with what is behind from last week, what are some of the signs and symptoms that we can see in children?
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Last week, we were able to establish that depression in totality makes someone sad.
Okay.
And they become irritable, they're unable to associate. The distinction with kids in this instance is that kids may tend to cry.
Okay.
And their crying cannot be linked to particular reasons.
Something, okay.
Yes, sometimes they are just there and the least thing you see them crying.
Okay.
They get angry with their siblings or with whoever is interacting with them, and they may tend to attack less things around them, probably the pets or their younger siblings, or even the chair. They may hit things around them.
Oh.
Some may refuse to go to school. And
wait,
okay.
Signs and symptoms of depression in children. Some will refuse to go to school.
Yes, will refuse to go to school. They will start giving flimsy excuses.
Hey.
Anything to avoid school.
So when that happens, what should it means that that child is depressed?
It could be a sign.
A sign.
That child
okay.
is depression.
Okay.
You know, with the signs and symptoms of depression, you have to get at least 5 in an individual to be able to diagnose.
To establish the point that the person is
that
depressed.
the child is depressed. So if your child is exhibiting the crying spells, it's not associating with the siblings, it's hitting people or getting irritable, getting irritated by
anything that he gets angry
little things around them, refusing to go to school, and giving excuses just to make sure they don't go. Or you may also realize that they are unable to concentrate in class.
In class, okay.
That's, you may get the report from their teachers. They will tell you that sometimes when they are interacting in class, these children are not able to follow, or they get lost somewhere and you have to call them to pay attention.
Mercy, so when these things happen, parents shouldn't just shout on their children. They need to probably talk to them.
Yes, you may want to find out the
Why?
reason, because kids also go through stuff. Like we established last week,
yeah.
the biological causes
can,
for this.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if it is an adolescent, it could be some hormones doing some things, and they're getting confused about it and all that, and it's pushing them into depression. So you may want to sit the child down to find out the cause. Probably there's bullying going on in the school, and this is causing them to be depressed, or they are unable to. One of the symptoms too is that they are unable to get better grades, or their ability starts to decline. So you may realize that if the child was an A student, it gets to a point in they are getting D's and B's and C's, like that, in the same subject they used to be better at. Yeah, so when you observe this, it may give you a hint that the child may be going through something, and you'll be able to help them.
Let me ask, concerning school, you know, there are a lot of people and children or young adults or adolescents who are in school purposely because their parents allow them to choose a particular subject.
Yes.
And they are there learning that subject for their parent, and because they are not the ones who really wanted to do that course, can that one aid depression? It
could cause depression in some children because they feel they were not given the chance to make a choice. Someone's choice is what they have to follow at this point. So these kids may be thinking about the fact that I had my own plans, I had my own dreams. So if I wanted to be a lawyer, and my parents think, no, we're a family of doctors, so you must be a doctor. And you had better grades to please. You are not going to read journalism. You are not going to be a teacher. No, we are not following what you want to say. We're a family of doctors, so you must read
some parents are
medicine or be a pharmacist or something. So the child is in school and is reading what the parents
said they should.
But in actual facts, probably they are interested in fashion designing or something. So this is a border to them, and it could lead some people. It's not all kids.
Not all kids,
not all kids, but some kids may go through this because of that.
Okay, and what else?
And some of the children too may isolate themselves.
Okay.
Some may not eat well, or some may overeat. So you may see that their appetite is not stable. Some kids may refuse food altogether because they're sad all the time and they are not able to even get a better appetite. Yes, that's it. So that's also
so parents, if you're watching, parents or siblings, elderly siblings, if your younger siblings are exhibiting such signs and symptoms, it's likely that your child, your kid sister or your child is depressed somewhere. You need not to shout on them, you need not to judge them, but rather if a child who is an A student start declining, you should know there's a problem. Inquire, ask, talk to them, and I think that it will help with the solution. With this in mind, what are some of the affect the serious aspect associated with depression? What are some of them?
There are a number of effects. Depression could have an effect on our family system,
okay,
on our marriages. It could have an effect on our jobs. It could have an effect on our social life. It could have an effect on our moral life,
okay,
and all that. So with the family system or marriages, you know, it could cause conflicts among couples.
okay,
Because if one partner happens to be going through depression and the other partner doesn't understand what is going on, they may interpret it as the partner not being interested in them again.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, so to them, the fact that you are not talking means you don't want me again.
Yes, yes, okay.
Yes, that is how it looks to the other partner.
Okay.
And then the other partner may feel offended.
Yeah.
And these people may go through some conflicts at that point. It could also lead to, you know, depression, as I said last week, could lead to low libido.
Low, beautiful.
Yes. Now, if this is happening to a couple and one doesn't feel like being intimate with the other, the other partner may think probably you are seeing someone outside. That's the reason why you are not giving me the attention I need or something. You understand? And some couples too may also experience a gap between them.
But let's wait. With a low libido thing, let's make a point here. It's not necessarily that that alone says that the husband or the wife is depressed, but unless he or she have some other aspect about, as we were talking about the signs and symptoms in children, it's not only one symptom that we can boldly say that the child is depressed. But then with marriages, you said conflict. You said if one doesn't understand one another, what he or she is going through, it can cause that. And it's also reduce or lessen libido in men, okay?
Not just men.
Men, women too.
Yes, it could also happen in women.
Okay.
So if it is happening to one partner and the other person doesn't understand what goes into depression or what it can do to a person, then they may misinterpret what they are saying.
Okay.
Yes, and that will cause problems for the couple.
Okay. So in marriage, for instance, last week you established a point of types of depression, situational depression, and those kind of with a husband who had been sacked from work. Currently, we are still in pandemic. This same husband is staying with a wife.
Yes.
Where is money? What kind of stuff? The signs and symptoms we said last week, mood swing, all those stuff.
Yes, he's going
naturally, because depression begins, sex even begins from the mind. And depression also affect our way of beautiful. Yes. So if your husband is not pulling his weight, you shouldn't say that he or he is seeing someone else, but he should understand the issue and talk about the issue with your husband. Yeah. All right. Or probably a wife a market woman, she needs to go to the market.
But there's a lockdown.
There's a lockdown. She's not having the chance to. And
or
the husband
selling
perishable goods, beautiful tomatoes.
And there's a lockdown, so it's in the house.
In the house, and
people are not coming to buy.
Man, you want to do certain things, and she's refraining. You might say that she's seeing someone else, but it's not like that.
Yeah, that's
the woman is depressed because of the situation you find herself.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So like we said, the causes of depression. Some depression can be caused by situations. So loss of job.
Loss of
and loss of a spouse.
Spouse, okay.
Or an accident. Or a child being sick, or even this pandemic and everything.
Miscarriages,
miscarriages and all that could be a reason for the depression.
And Mercy, let me ask you, since you guys are with a psych, couple marrying for 2, 3, 4 years, no child, you know, and the woman always would like to see a baby, women, and there's no child. The husband shouldn't be bullying the woman or probably being judgmental, or even family relatives, the in-laws especially. Where is our grandchild?
So you see, when it comes to, we'll get to how to manage this as a family. We'll talk more about it, but just because you've mentioned it, let's go to that. You see, when a couple want to manage a case of depression in the family, you should do it as a team.
Okay.
No one individual is able to fight on their own when it comes to depression. Some people could be able to overcome it alone, but it takes a lot of strength to do that. But there's power in numbers when it comes to depression.
Beautiful.
So when you have enough support system, when you have someone helping you through it, you're able to get to it, overcome it better. Yes. So in the case of a couple, your wife is the one going through it. She needs a baby. She wants a baby because, you see, the problem is normally not from them. It is from us, the society.
The society,
the people around. Hey, it's been 2 years. Hello, what are you people doing? Excuse me, so your husband, is everything okay? Please, we ask too many questions.
We ask too many questions now.
We talk too much. We put this pressure on them, and then the woman, you know, in Africa, if there's no child, it is the woman.
It's the woman, most of the times.
That is our basic knowledge about childbirth. We think it must be the woman, so you must do something. So the whole of the pressure from parents, from in-laws, from family, and even from the two of them, you see that it's put on the woman to find something to do and solve this. So if this happens, the woman is under pressure to find a solution and she's not getting, so she starts thinking about it. But as a couple, you have to come together, form a front together, and tackle the issue hand in hand. It is our life, not someone's.
Not someone like,
we will do it like we want to. Let them talk. It is us. But you see, it's a problem when the woman feels like, even at this point, my husband is with them, and I'm the only one in this. So let's come together when we want to form, when we want to solve a problem of depression in marriage, especially when it's about childbirth. Let's do it together. This is the problem. We don't have a child yet. We don't have a child yet. So we are working on it. We need to seek medical help. We'll do it together. We need to talk to each other and encourage each other through the process. We are doing it together. So when it comes, when you're able to overcome it and you establish the fact that we will do it when we want to, and you present that front to every other person around you, you have your peace of mind. Whoever was under pressure and depressed because of it becomes relieved, because she knows that my husband is with me, or the man knows that my wife is with me, and it's the two of us in this. So the numbers in fighting depression in family is very important.
And this remind me, I was working on this couple, and you see, they married for so many years. They were not having children, and he said the doctor says we should be having sex every blessed day because we don't know when the semen will do it. And even when you put pressure on yourself in having sex, it doesn't work. So as you're saying, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it as couples. Don't listen to what, and when we get there, we will let the families, external families, also understand their role in which they can play when it comes to. And aside this few points in marriages, we know that the most important point that you made is when the husband might think the woman is seeing someone else, or the wife might think the husband is seeing someone else. If you are listening to, watching us from wherever you are, and you are seeing these signs and symptoms, or you've seen this thing happening in your marriage, don't conclude, but rather talk about it. We'll get there, but talk about it. Don't just be judgmental. Talk about it. Aside marriage, you gave us areas in which if depression affect us. What are some of them again?
Yeah, we apart from our marriage, our jobs can also suffer. Because we said depression could cause low edge to do something.
And productivity.
Yes, productivity goes down. So the edge to go to work may not be there. And some people could lose their jobs over that. I had a client who personally wrote a letter to his boss that he doesn't feel that he's worth the position he's having now because he was depressed. Luckily enough, the prescriber that was working on his case noticed that it was depression. And for this man, he was lucky. His wife noticed it and told the prescriber about it, that this is what I've seen about my husband. I need help. So he was assessed, and they realized
It was depression.
It was depression that was causing that. So went in, the social welfare went to help him through it. And they were able to help him recover. And he went back to work. Yeah.
Depression is not, it's not something we need to joke about.
It's not easy. In fact, people may be going through and they may not even know.
No, it's depression.
Yes, that is depression that is causing them. You know, depression makes you feel worthless. Like I said last week. Yeah. Makes you feel worthless. So in the case of this particular gentleman, he thought his position at that point, he wasn't worth the position.
That's why people try to end their life, because I think
because they feel worthless. Why should I be the one in front? Why should I be the boss? I think I'm not important.
Okay.
I think this position is too big.
It's too big
for someone like me.
Okay.
And it's depression causing all that in their brains.
Depression is not something that we need to joke about, my friends. All these things we're saying, they affect. For instance, I will ask after that. I'll ask if signs and symptoms of depression is lack of sleep, oversleep, which means that it can also cause insomnia.
Yes, lack of sleep is actually insomnia. So you don't feel like sleeping, and because you are not sleeping in the night, when you wake up in the morning, you're actually tired.
You're tired.
That's fatigue. So you see that people who are also depressed are tired most of the time. They can't actually sleep in the night. In the day too, they can't sleep, but the body is tired. So you find out they are sitting at one place for a long time, and they are tired of sitting too. They want to get up, and the edge is not there, and it's a whole miserable package for them.
I don't know, Mercy. Pardon me to say this. Most men of God, don't sleep early. Because they lack sleeping, they use that time to do something else. I'm not too sure that that is how the system works, because if you are a caretaker, you are a caregiver, you need to have strength to care for other people.
Yeah.
Depression can cause men of God not to sleep, because they are secondary trauma people, issues. They hear every day. They hear stuff, and most of the times they are depressed, but they don't know they are depressed. In that angle, what are you going to tell them, men of God, those who sleep later and wake up early, and you see them online at 3 a.m. and you ask, Pastor, don't you sleep? So you need to wake up at this time, and it's good for us to pray. But is it normal as a psychiatrist? Is it normal?
It's not everybody that doesn't sleep early that we could conclude that is depressed.
Okay.
But some people could be depressed and be exhibiting that.
Okay.
Now, with someone who is actually depressed and is going through that, I think whoever he's married to or a close friend, someone that is close to them, is supposed to go in and help.
Okay.
There's this, there has to be someone helping the helper.
Yes, caring for the caregiver,
Yes, we cannot leave them and assume that because he's the pastor or because he's the doctor or because he's the psychiatric nurse, she must be able to go through it. It doesn't work that way. Every individual has a breaking point.
Okay.
So even though he's the pastor, I think people should get close to everyone.
Everyone, okay.
And find out their problems.
Okay.
Help them to talk about it, because talking about it is part of the healing process.
Yeah.
So talk about it. Please visit your preacher. Make him your friend. Make her your friend. Let her talk about some of the issues, because everybody sends their problems to the pastor. It gets to a point where the pastor needs someone to also talk to them, and they don't have it. So please, in as much as we can, the congregation, let's try and also find out how the preacher is doing.
In as much as we can, the congregation, let's find out how the preacher is doing, because they might also be going through depression. We'll pause here, and when we return, we'll still continue with the body effect, depression effect of the body, and then we'll see how best we can manage and treat depression. You can still call in after this break, 0302 959065, 0302 959065, or you can send your question and submissions on our WhatsApp handle 0559680066, and we will read them for you. Please don't go anywhere. It's getting interesting. When we get back, we'll get into more. Stay by. All right, welcome back from the break. We're still talking about the effect of depression. We finished with that of the marriage, and now we were talking about depression in general effect. Mercy, as one of the researches that I did concern this subject is that when you see some 7 physical symptoms, it means that you are depressed. And one was fatigue, other one is back pain or aching muscles. We have headaches, a decrease in pain tolerance. We have eye problems or decreasing in vision. We also have stomach pain or uneasiness in the abdomen, and digestive problems or irregular bowel schedules. How does it, why is the research? Is it true according to what I just read?
Okay, the effects of depression could actually be physiological, biological, could be social, or it could be psychological. Now, what you mentioned will fall under the biological or physiological ones. So that's about things that you feel in your body, things that are happening to you. So the problem about fatigue,
tiredness.
we said earlier that you're not sleeping, so you're always tired. The weight increase or loss. With depression, you could actually not have the appetite to eat, or you eat more, so you have a problem with weight.
But what are the back pain and aching muscles?
You have low tolerance to pain.
Oh, okay.
I told you last week we established that you need a good immunity to be able to fight chronic diseases. In this case, because your immunity is down, your pain tolerance also goes high. So the least thing, your body is responding as if there's a break on you or something. So that is what happens to the body. And then your sleep pattern changes. Your bowel movement also changes. You don't feel like going to even ease yourself. You're always in bed. You are not mobile. So you tend to be constipated. Or you're not even eating well, so you get diarrhea. Yes, so that is for the physiological effect. But we also have a social effect. The social effect about what it makes you do in the environment or with the people around you. So you have someone committing crimes. Because when in men, I told you that they may engage in risky activities. Yes. So some people, when they are depressed, could engage in activities that could make them have problems with the law. So socially, he may be a very calm person, someone that is good, I mean morally, but you find out that in a short span of time, they are committing certain crimes that they are not cut out for those things. But they do it. With drugs, they experiment with drugs, they're taking alcohol, or they're hitting people uncontrollably.
That's for the social,
So that's for the social. And then we have the psychological. People to express themselves well, they tend to think about options about death and how to get extinct. So you may, in extreme cases, find people committing suicide because they have depression.
Somebody sent us this message. He said, I'm Frederick Yao Musi inside Lonto. About childbirth, it's not the mentality of Africans, but from the Bible, because many cases in the Bible is about women. Let's do more education. Frederick, thank you so much. Whether it's from the Bible or not from the Bible, when someone gets married now, they assume that after 9 months,
people must have babies.
They should have baby. But if it's not forthcoming, for instance, Sarah, it took a longer period of time for Sarah to give birth. That's why we also use the Bible to encourage such people that it's not just about childbirth when you marry, but as a couple going through that thing could be depressed. That's what we are talking about. Thank you so much, Yao, for that comment. We go. Mami Mercy, let's continue.
Okay, so these are the three areas that's depression.
So what make people try to cause suicide, to
commit suicide?
Yeah.
You know, depression, like I said earlier, in extreme cases, you start feeling that you are not important. It starts with the negative thinking. When they start thinking that I'm not beautiful, or I'm not able to do these things. Why is everybody able to do it? Or even when they look at themselves, they see a negative image about themselves. So she's looking at herself in the mirror and she's like, I think I'm too fat. I have too much lavendels. I have too much breasts. I think my legs are too skinny. I think I am not beautiful. I think my lips are too big. They have a negative body image. Or anything negative. Why is my job not flourishing? I think everyone else has a good luck and my luck is bad. So when you start thinking in this negative direction, you get to the point where you are feeling worthless because your mind is now preoccupied with negativity. So at that point where you feel worthless, then your mind goes on to tell you that if you are worthless, then why are you here? Why must you be here? Okay, so if you're not needed, do something. You should die. Kill yourself. And you see, some depression could also exhibit itself with psychotic symptoms.
Teach us more.
With the psychotic symptoms, the person may start hearing voices.
So that one is not spiritual?
No.
I
am a psychiatric nurse, so I don't.
So you understand where I'm coming from.
Yes,
yes,
I know you are a priest, but in my field, we do not associate spirituality to what we do.
So depression actually can cause.
It can cause that. So it is your brain communicating those things to you. It could make you hear things that are not real. That is hallucination, auditory hallucinations. You could get tactile hallucination. You may actually feel that someone has touched you. But there's nothing. There's no one there touching you.
Let me cancel my. Also if you're watching us from wherever, please when church members start telling us certain things, we need not to quickly rush into it in a midnight prayer or bringing them. But sometimes let's help them or question them or ask them about their record, so that if whatever they are telling us, we can actually push them to the hospital, a psychiatric hospital. When they are checked up and they tell us that, okay, there's no problem, then we stick to the prayers. But then we shouldn't fight depression sometimes. We might not know it's depression. We shouldn't fight it with prayers. Alone. We should let the
professional come in,
beautiful.
Do an assessment, a proper assessment. Probably it is someone going through depression. And the beautiful thing about this is that it can be treated. Depression is treatable. So if that is the case, let's get them the right help. So with the case of someone that is going through depression with psychotic symptoms, these people are hearing voices telling them that this one that you are even doing, you know, it is useless, right? A useless being like you, and you think you are ever going to be rich. Oh, your mother died of cancer. Your sister died. So you think you will survive. You are dying tomorrow.
You are dying tomorrow. It's true.
And these things are ringing in their heads all the time. So the person feels, if all this is true, why should I waste my time eating and trying to survive? Then I have to die.
I had a client who went online to search how the possibilities of killing herself. The simplest way of killing herself. And she had a gut to send me all those things for me to read, and actually wanted me to pick from the slides what I think it will help her. I said, I'm sorry, I can't help in that aspect. Then I'm now understanding that depression is not something we need to joke up. We need to do more education on depression and help our younger adults, especially the younger ones. They are going through a lot, especially if a father should insult a daughter or a son that he or she is useless and we are not doing anything with the money we are spending on you in school and kind of stuff. You are giving us this result here and there. That child might feel some way depressed and will try to end. And if someone also is saying that he or she hear voices, we shouldn't stick to prayers first. We need to, after praying, we need to refer that person to
the right help,
so that we can do the prayers with.
Yes.
I'm learning. It's beautiful. My name is Theodora from Damfa. Antines, I really like your explanation. Keep it up. So go. I miss your music conducting too. I don't know. Theodora, I wish I would see your picture to know you. Yeah, this thing there, way back secondary school. Thank you so much for watching. I know you know me, but probably it will take time for me to know you. Thank you so much for commenting through the program. So, Mamines, with what again would you want to add to the psychological effect?
Yes. So as I was saying earlier, you see, if someone is hearing all this or they are feeling all this in addition to their depressed state, it could push them to feel like, okay, then committing suicide is a resort.
Okay.
And you see, like I said, when it comes to helping people with depression, it takes a front, the whole family, the husband, the wife, the mother, or anybody, the support system around them. It takes that strength to help them through. So we must know the signs and symptoms so that you'll be able to identify.
We should know the symptoms.
The signs and
symptoms. Please,
of depression.
we want to help those people who are depressed. If you're also depressed, we want to help you. We are saying that you should know the signs and symptoms of someone who is depressed. One, if you should know this, then you can help somebody. You can extend a helping hand. If you don't know the signs and symptoms, I'm sorry. You'll miss something beautiful.
Yes.
Mami, to us, Mami.
Yes. So the family members, all of us, the whole society, we should read about depression and know that if I'm staying with someone and he starts doing A, B, and C, like in our previous video, we outlined a lot of them.
Yeah.
So know about it.
Beautiful.
So that when someone is exhibiting it, you know.
Can quickly. Okay.
Yes. And then with how people plan to commit suicide, you see that some may start looking for lethal doses of medication. People who are not talking to you anymore, who are reserved, they start asking about which drug they can overtake and
to
die,
calm them now, okay.
or which medication can kill people faster. Or in conversation, you see that their mind is tuned to negative things or how to help someone. That he's asking you, okay, so when you're driving and you drive like 240 or 800, yes, I mean, how would the death be?
I think we reserve this one for when we come back to talk more about suicide. So we'll get so much into that.
Yeah. So when people are talking about all these things, it means they are giving you hints that they are going through something. They need someone to listen. If nobody listens, then they have an option, and their option at that point is suicide.
So listening have come. So we need to also listen to such people.
Yes.
Okay.
We need to listen to them. So after learning the signs and symptoms,
listen to them.
Find out.
Beautiful.
Why they're asking those questions.
And that is where you're going to listen to what they tell you.
So when you ask them, they will tell you, like in the case of kids that are being bullied in school, this child needs to talk to somebody, but mommy is so busy, or daddy is too busy, there's no one in the house to talk to. And you come and he's trying to talk and you have a lot of files to deal with, so can you just go and sleep? I'm too busy. So you're doing this to the kid and he feels like, okay, if I was that important, mommy would have listened. Or if I was that important, daddy would have listened. So they start thinking, okay, if I am not needed, why must I be here? And the aftermath may not be good for us as parents.
That's wonderful.
And the family.
And in the marriage, helping the couples, how do we do it?
Yes. In marriage, just like I started, you have to know the signs and symptoms.
That's usual.
Arm yourself with everybody. It's not about waiting till you see that your partner is going through something. No, everybody must arm themselves with signs and symptoms and clues about mood disorders and depression. So you find out that my husband is doing this, or there's a situation that is causing my husband to exhibit these things. You should be on a standby because you are the first support. You are the first support of whoever is going through. If it's a wife, it is the husband that is the first
the
support.
husband, a wife.
Yes, like that. Or if it is a child, it's the family. If it is a young adult that is yet to marry, whoever they are staying with, that is their first front. So these people should know about the information, and then after getting enough information, talk to them, sit them down, find out what they feel is the problem, don't assume for them. Let them voice it out themselves. Then draw a plan of care with them.
Okay, so how do you do that?
So you're asking them that, what is your normal routine?
Okay.
Or what do you think caused this? When did this start? They tell you, okay, now you have this information. I want to help you. Let them know that it is not a sole responsibility. It is not on them alone, and that you are in this with them.
Okay.
Now, because they feel that they are not carrying this burden alone, they'll be able to open up, and they'll tell you a lot of things. And when they tell you, you plan with them, as in asking them that, okay, so you don't feel like getting up, you don't feel like eating, you don't feel like talking to anybody. Can we create something to entertain you more? Can we go out? Can we go and visit someone? Can we do something together so that you get out of it? And in most cases, some people do not need medication.
Yes, they just needs to be for you to be there with them.
Yes, they need people to be there for them. Yes, so you can help people through these means, and it will help. Even before we go to the angle of medication, the family can help people to recover from depression. The society can help people. Your boss can help. Your working mates can help. Your family can help. Your spouses can help. Even your kids can help you.
So if you married for too long and you're not giving birth, in-laws, please don't be calling and asking the dates in which they got married, but rather encourage them that childbirth is not from them, but it's from God. Encourage them with words of encouragement. These people need this moment, so that they wouldn't feel like in-laws are still expecting something from me. No, please, it is important for us to know the signs and symptoms, as she's saying, because that is going to help us understand a situation someone is going through. And such persons, as she said, needs people around them. Husband needs wife and children. Children especially needs the help of their parent. Don't neglect them. Speak to them, listen to them. Let them be the top notch of importance or priority in everything you do. When you come back from work, talk to your children, ask them how they fared in school. Ask them, talk to them. Let
how
them be
their day went.
Ask them. A young lady committed suicide just because of mobile phone. That the mother sees the mobile phone, and she always says that, "Give me my phone, mama, or else I'll kill myself." And the mom was like, "For God's sake, free," or kind of that being judgmental. And one day she came from school with a friend. They were waiting downstairs. The lady went upstairs, and she was not forthcoming. The father came. Where is so-called your daughter who wanted to kill herself? So she went up there, but they went there. She has written a letter. Mom refused to give me my mobile phone. I've ended my life. Last week too, a lady who jumped from the top, this corona, the quarantine caused her to end her life because probably, as you're saying, she left a trace, but no one understood. So depression is something that we need not to joke with it. It's something important. So what else? The management, how do you do it?
Yes, so with the management, as I said, if you're not armed with the right information, you may not be able to do it. So you could refer such people to a professional, a psychologist, a clinical psychologist, a psychiatric nurse, or a psychiatrist to assess them and help you with a plan of action to be able to help them recover. Now, we have a range of treatment plans that we go through. We have, with the psychological one, we have the psychological one, we have the medications, and then we have the electroconvulsive therapy. But that is the last option.
The last option.
We normally don't go to that's the shock therapy. We shock the brain with a little volt to be able to get things back to normal. But we don't normally choose that. It's the last option.
Last option.
And mostly it is when the person happens to exhibit psychotic symptoms with the depression that we go to that extreme. But mostly it is the last option for most psychiatrists. So with the psychological, there's a vast option to choose from, but most psychologists will choose something that we call CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. And with the cognitive behavioral therapy, you are trying to help the person to see the positive of what they are thinking about so that it will manifest in their behavior. So with someone that is going through depression, he's thinking negative about everything. So with CBT, you are asked, what do you normally think about? And she says, I think my head is too big. Or I think I'm not beautiful.
Okay.
I think I am not smart. So CBT will find out these concerns of the patient, and then we try and list it with the patient, and see how you can change the negative
aspect from the to positive.
Negative thoughts
to the positive.
About it to the positive. So he's saying, I think my lips are too big. And then you let them know that, do you know people actually pay to get big lips somewhere in the world?
Yes, the surgery, plastic surgery.
Yes, people go for plastic surgery. Look at your face. This actually fits your face.
Okay.
Do you think if this was not beautiful, people will actually go to the extent of paying for it? And now they are thinking, oh, okay, so if it is something that is actually admired, it means I shouldn't feel too bad about it.
Yeah.
Or you feel, in my family, everybody is beautiful, but I think I am not beautiful, or I was born deformed. And you're asking them, in your family, most times, these people that are complaining, they have very positive, high marks in certain areas.
Okay.
But they are not paying attention to it.
Okay.
So this child that is complaining that I'm not beautiful may be very excellent in the classroom. So you highlight this thing for them. And you're asking them, so all the family members that are beautiful, who has ever had a first class? And this child is the one with the first class.
So
you don't think you are the star here?
Okay.
You are the star. You should celebrate yourself.
They will start laughing, smiling.
Yes, you see that it starts bringing the confidence back into their life. They are telling you that, I think my marriage has failed because I've had only girls. I don't even have one boy. And you're asking them, you had 3 girls. All of them are brilliant girls. All your children are very good kids. People have had boys, 10. And it's only one that still calls them. Your girls have been able to go through school, and they are excellent at what they are doing. They are socially acceptable. You think you have failed as a mother. You're telling them this, and you're highlighting the positives of their situation. And this is bringing back the joy
beautiful
in their mind. So then, because of this positivity they are now thinking, they tend to think that, okay, if this positive things are now with me, it means I should be confident in myself. I shouldn't walk with my head down. I have 3 girls, 2 lawyers.
What of the person who even doesn't have a child at all?
Someone doesn't have a child, but you are contributing equally to the society. You are taking care of that child that was left by the streets. People had 3, 4 kids. They are not even taking care of them. But you are able to go to the extra mile of taking care of yourself, people around you, including that child that is not even yours. And this child is grateful to you. The child will forever mention your name wherever they go. Your name is going to go far. There's that person that has 10 kids. They are not even able to take care of them. Nobody knows them. But you, Mr. Bidiaba, someone is mentioning your name to the world, that this man was the one that took care of me. This man is the one that did this for the community. This man is the one that showed me how to love myself and love the people around me. So don't concentrate on the negative parts of your life. Leave that to God. Pray about it. Work on it. Try to find a solution. But don't base on that to think that your body and your whole being is supposed to crash because you couldn't have a child, or because you couldn't have a boy, or because you didn't have a girl, or because your family, everybody is beautiful and you are not, or your business is not flourishing, so you are a failure. For all you know, the point where you are that you think is the minimum is someone's highest, and they're actually looking up to you. These people that are behind you actually feel that you are the mentor here, and you are the one telling yourself that you are nobody. So we try to tell these people all the positive things they can gather around themselves, and then they start seeing a better image of themselves, and it affects their behavior. So that is the model of the CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. Your cognition is worked on, it affects your behavior, and then you're fine.
All right, I'm delighted to have Mercy in my studio, and the way she articulated the issue for us to understand wherever we find ourselves is beautiful. We have few minutes to end the show, this thing had made me understand the fact that I had this woman who was, I can say from here, was highly depressed because he said he to the extent that she feels heartache and thinking that when she bought trotro from Spintex to Accra, she won't come back again. And Mercy, by the grace of God, just words understand the woman's. I haven't seen her before, but it was done on phone. I talk to the lady every blessed day, and she will call, Pastor Daniel, don't you think this thing is it's not spiritual. It is not spiritual. Let's take our time. Okay, so we are going to work, right? Fine. Okay, can you? I'm with you in the car, in the truck. I'm with you. I'm with you. Because I'm not seeing you. I said I'm just here. I'm with you. So we'll be on phone from Spintex to Accra, and when she get to Accra, I'll tell her to go buy whatever she want to buy. When she get home, she should call me. She will get home. She will call me and ask her, "Did she die?" No, Pastor, I didn't that bad. I said, "No. It will go." Could you believe it took about 3 weeks continuously calling her on phone, and she was happy to tell me that now she could go to Accra without any thought that she would die. The voices she hears, thinking that she's going to die, she doesn't hear those voices again. I'm now getting the understanding that depression causes certain things in one's life. Yeah. When we know the symptoms, as we're saying, we'll be able to help people to overcome depression. Mercy, your last words. What do you tell us, those who are depressed? What do you tell us, those who are learning? What do you tell us?
My words to everyone, because believe you me, everyone can be a patient of depression at any point in time. We are all vulnerable people. It could be from the family, it could be a stress from work, it could be from anywhere. But the good thing is, depression is treatable.
It's treatable, yeah.
It's treatable.
Yeah.
Now let me do this fast.
Okay.
Please, if, with the CBT, the psychological care, it is there, we also have medication.
Okay.
In extreme cases, with major depression.
Major depression disorder.
Yes. The person may need to go and see a psychiatrist.
Okay.
Because we may need to add some medication to the psychological care. Please, if you happen to be on medication and you feel, one, you must take it just like you have been told. When you feel you are having signs and symptoms, note this. The symptoms, the side effects, it goes down as you keep taking the medication and your body gets used to it. So don't get too frustrated and stop. It may send you back into the major depression.
Okay.
Then the other thing is, if you feel you are well, do not stop medications abruptly. It could affect you.
Okay.
You could relapse.
Oh, okay.
We have a way of scaling you out
from
down.
Okay.
So you're
that's
able to stop it. So talk to your prescriber.
Okay.
Let them know that at this point you feel you're okay, so you want to be weaned off it, and they will start reducing the dosage until you get to a point where you can actually stay and function without the medication.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Mercy. Viewers, once again, we thank you so much for being with us through the time, and we learned a lot about depression and how best we can heal the depressive wound in your heart. I will thank Sleek Afrique for my fabric. If you need them, Sleek Afrique, Instagram and Facebook, they are there. They do delivery service. When you call them 0557 355 852, they will just come and deliver any material you buy for you. Once again, help me also to appreciate Mercy Apiejela for being the beautiful guest on my show for last week and today. And she'll be coming. We have a comment that she'll be coming. She'll be coming. So you'll be seeing her often. We pray that God give us the strength to live. That, because I told you, whatever she has, we don't want it to go waste. And for me to sign off from this show, I want us to read this thing from the scriptures. Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 8. Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 8. The word of God says, "And the Lord, He is the one who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not leave you, nor forsake you. Do not fear, nor be dismayed." No matter what you're going through that is causing depression in your life, I'm telling you, the Lord says that He will be with you and will never leave you. Hold on to Him, and forever He will be your God. thank you so much for being with us. And I know that from today, the signs and symptoms that we spoke about, you're going to learn them and you're going to help somebody who is going through depression. And if you are also going through depression, this is what we've said to you. It has a cure. May the Lord be with us. Hope to see you next week, Wednesday. Until then, your regular host, Pastor Daniel Abedu Bidiaba, I am off. Thank you.
Hope Channel, changing lives.
Yeah. Many years in the share of Bracken to yes. Na many no. That's so let me brab one event on coming who you. Me who must say yes to on coming who you. My Christless. There's no Christ in me. Oh. Up here, me boy, and yet you know I'm my Christless. So mommy woman, and yet you know I'm my Christless. So me baby move, my command move. Bills of Christ, be me move. Up here, me boy, up here, tan. I'm my Christless. Up here, me boy, and yet you know I'm my Christless. To mommy woman, and yet you know I'm my Christless. So me move, my command move. Bills of Christ, be me move. Up here, me boy, I'm my Christless. Damn, me quite sorry. Me try tight, me and yes, me and na. I told ya come on me with you. I'm like an angel in the sight of man. Make a word, I'm in him. I come and move on me, survive on me. Up here, me boy, I'll be right on time. I'm my Christless. Damn, me quite sorry. Me try tight, me and yes, me and na. I told ya come on me with you. I'm like an angel inside of man. Make a one, I'm in him. I come and move on me, survive body. Up here, me boy, I'm my Christless. My Christless. My Christless. Me survive body, won't me move. My Christless. Me survive body, won't me move. Up here, me boy, I'm my Christless. My Christless. My Christless. Me survive body, won't me move. My Christless. Me survive body, won't me move. Up here, me boy, I'm my Christless. To Manamosi, me crack me, my queen in name. Famina mum, my mini fita, Sasuchurema, now what's an army moon? Fissa me pretty baby, I you fing the kikawa. Up here, me boy, up here, tiny, I'm my Christless. 82 to Manamosi, me crack me, my queen in name. Famina mum, my mini fita, Sasuchurema, now what's an army moon? Fissa me pretty baby, I you feel the kikawa. Up here, me boy, up here, tiny, I'm my Christless. Yeah, so much bonny and your crowd. Yeah. My Christless. My Christless. Me should find my ninty, won't see me move. My Christless. Me should find my ninty, won't see me move. Up here, me boy, up here, me boy, I'm my Christless. My Christless. My Christless. Me should find my ninty, won't see me move. My Christless. Me should find my ninty, won't see see me more. Opera me boy, yeah, mama, you Christless. So
Mihao Yesu, Mama Yesu, Ediwa, Humi Mobo, Maensi Miye, Papa se ube moi, Papa se ube raboy moi, Mihao Nina, Rintina Misubio. Miha Yesu, Amanya Yesu, Ajiwa, Humi Mobo, Ma Ensi Miye, Eja se ube moi, Daddy se ube brabo moi, Mea Nina, Bekwe. Papa se ube moi, Eja se ube brabo moi, Mea Nina, Rintina Misubio. Casa niña me casa, 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 Eja casa, Rintina Misubio.
Abraham, Asifono, Bakunimi, Papa, Uchinchi, Binum Swa, Kaimi, Eja, anyone he told me, anyone he told me, who may mock me a mock. Asifono, Ebinimi, Awurate, Uchinchi, Binum Swa, Michel, Eja, Birasoti, Boy, Nawoda Suya, Namidia, Mao Sasu, Masrochi, Edi. Srochiri boy. Nauda suya yamidia. Mau sasu maminya indasu. Obeti wedia. Ajisa juma semya yeye. Mau sasu neshe udi animonyam.
Ase o Kristo ni na soreto no na se o si abotare chewe ni ma umanu dinkuni uchini fina uchimu na so memera oye te bia na mantumia cheya joya frewa manecho na mano anka bonimbi mi are cho mi here cho papa ejuma sem nunko ye kasana ye munya usantrana ya rohi kasa 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 makuento ye
Are you looking at unlocking life secrets, building a marital mindset, developing successful marriage habits, staying together, resolving conflict, and knowing whether you're a good parent? Then join us on Hope Channel as we present a 10-day relationship seminar under the theme 2 Hearts, 1 Beat. On set will be Dr. Daniel Day, Senior Lecturer in Ethics, Practical Theology and Counseling, Ikwe, Inspirational Speaker, Motivator, Teacher, Author, Life Coach, Grace Saki, Lancers Counseling Psychologist, Educator, and Retired Midwife. Wednesday 15 to Friday 24th April 2020, 7 p.m. each night. Our special guests will be Willie and Elian Oliver, host of Real Family Talk on Hope Channel International, Director of Family Ministries at General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist. Hope Channel, changing lives.
Emmanuel says, Jennifer said, "Must tremble,
Mati, Yesu wasem, asempei, akamakumba, ene, eni wamyo, namidacha wawame. Mati, Yesu wasem, asempei, akamakumba, ene, eni wamyo, na me yosha awa me ene eni wa mi o traso eni wa mi ene ya eni wa don't mami beka mi bo fesa na tabo ni apa ene eni wa mi o traso eni wa mi Eneya, anyone don't bring my beer, but come me one for Sanata Boniapa. Mammy, Minaka, Radimami, Minaka, Minaka, yeah, my dream said, you made it. Yes, you actually. It's your name, Momo Messu. It's a jam of Bani Susu Gunko. My yeah, my dream said, eh, Minsan, Mechi Piwada. It's your name, Momo Messu. It's a jam of Bani Susu Gunko. And then, if you want your oh, Trasso, any Romeo, any what don't pray, mammy, the coming both was an atabon yapa, and any Romeo, oh, Trasso, any Romeo, any what don't pray, mammy, the coming both was an atabon yapa.
Are you looking at unlocking life secrets, building a marital mindset, developing successful marriage habits, staying together, resolving conflict, and knowing whether you're a good parent? Then join us on Hope Channel as we present a 10-day relationship seminar under the theme 2 Hearts, 1 Beat. On set will be Dr. Daniel Day, Senior Lecturer in Ethics, Practical Theology and Counseling. Inspirational speaker, motivator, teacher, author, life coach, Grace Saki, Lancers counseling psychologist, educator, and retired midwife. Wednesday 15 to Friday 24th April 2020, 7 p.m. each night.